Welcome back to the Cardinal Report. Joining me now are junior Zach Pacanowski and sophomore Ben Krusen. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Zach, so we'll start with you. Obviously, a tough game against the Titans on Sunday, but this team really, like we've talked with Coach, right in the thick of things. How are you guys planning to keep making that push for the postseason?
Wesleyan was definitely a good team. We played on Sunday and this weekend, but we feel that we have enough talent on our team. We can compete with anybody. I think you saw with Wesleyan this weekend and with other good teams we played, like Augustana, we battle every single game, and we have the pitching to keep us in it every game. So we feel we can compete with anybody, and we're just hoping to win some games, get in the postseason, and gives us a chance.
Nobody really knows the pitching better than you. You're the guy in the gear behind the plate. What has this staff meant to this team lately? Really getting those three guys on the mound and really pushing for those wins.
I think the biggest thing with our pitching staff is consistency. And we have three starters in Ben, John Rashid, and Chris Singh, who give us a chance to win every single start they make. These guys, we had all of them last year too. They've been there before, and they really are competitors on the mound and go out there and really throw in a way that gives us a chance to win every time they step out on the mound. So.
And Ben, obviously, I'm sure you'd like a little bit more run support with the ERA you've been putting up, but still, you can't think about the hitting. You just got to go out there and do what you do.
Right, yeah. Every time I go out there, I got to make sure that I do my job, locate down and away, and make sure I give our hitters a chance to win a ball game.
And as a pitcher, obviously, it's a tough CCIW race right now. You guys know that almost every game you're on the hill, it could matter a lot. Yeah,
every win is important from here on out. Obviously, we're not on the top right now. We don't have the best record in conference, but we can't take any game for granted because last year, Milliken was the last and they swept Elmhurst, so we thought Elmhurst was going to be not as difficult, and they ended up sweeping us. And we just can't take any game for granted.
Yeah, and there's a couple of those teams that you guys will be playing, like we talked with Coach Milliken, Wheaton. They're at the bottom right now, but as you said, anything can happen down the stretch where any team can beat any team. How do you guys sort of approach each game knowing that?
Like I said, we just can't take anything for granted. We know in this conference that everybody can beat anybody at any time, and I think that's the way we got to go into every game. Just make sure we got to do whatever we can to come out with a win.
Well, after falling to Wesleyan, we caught up with some of the Cardinals to see how they hope to make a push for the CCIW tournament, and that's the focus in this week's What's the Word?
Every game is like that, and we're battling that, and hopefully we can find some rhythm together and mesh as a whole team instead of just one side versus the other.
I think it's just putting the work in. A lot of guys here have had some tough breaks. Like Daniels has had a week where he smoked about 100 balls, and it's just been right at guys. But if we keep putting it together like that, then I think it's going to fall into place for us. If we can just make sure we keep competing like we did against Wesleyan here in every game, chances are we're going to do well. And I don't really see any teams in this conference that stand out above us.
We just got to keep hitting the ball better than we have, and I think we'll be in a pretty good shape. We've got to put team efforts together and string games together, and hopefully make a run at it.
They just got to stick with what they're doing. The coach has a lot of good drills that they stick with. They practice hard and just show up with confidence and trust your team's going to do what they need to do behind them.
Zach, you've really been helping with that push to the postseason, especially in the batter's box, leading the team right now, batting average, on-base percentage, RBIs. What's been clicking for you, while you're swinging the bat this year?
I think for me, personally, and a lot of other guys who have had success in our team, it comes with the right mindset in the box. And our coaching staff is one that preaches going up the middle, going the other way, getting base hits, and you're going to see some power arise if you put a good swing on the ball and have the right mindset. And so for me, I know that when I'm hitting my best, I'm just going the other way up the middle. And if I need to pull a ball, I will. So I've just been kind of trying to buy in to our approach as a team. And I feel that that's the way I've been able to have some success, hopefully continue for the rest of the year.
And you guys have some power in that lineup, and John Salkis, Kevin Hennessy, almost like two Bash brothers of old. They've really been, putting some power into the ball. You've been hitting for average. What does it mean to have that, power at the beginning of the lineup and sort of you towards the end where you can help turn it to get it back to the beginning of the order?
Well, for me, I know that it's in the best interest of any hitter to be hitting after guys like Salkis and Hennessy, because the pitcher's so worried with them is this guy, they can put the ball out of the park in any swing. So that just makes it easier on me. They're always on base, and I have somebody to hit in front of me and drive in, meaning that I get fastballs. So seeing those guys hit in front of me, it's been great, and because they're guys who are just so dangerous, and really helps me as a hitter too.
And in the field, we talked about it with Coach a little bit, Ben, that there's a lot of guys playing new positions and such.
Right.
How has that adjustment period for the team been where guys are thrown into maybe an outfield position when they hadn't played it before?
I think it's just everybody getting an opportunity and making the most of it. Obviously, Matt Brancato out in left field, he came in as a infielder, so he's got to make the adjustment. He made a great catch this past weekend to save a couple runs. And I think just everybody just needs to find their own spot on the team and just make the most of it.
Yeah, Matt had a heck of a game on Sunday with that catch. You mentioned that was almost Sports Center worthy, but also coming through with some runs, getting that hit to send the game into extra innings. Is you one of the younger guys? How have you guys sort of been, becoming veterans on the field instead of sitting back watching others play?
Right. We got good senior and junior class that are definitely leaders on the team. Krusen and John Rashid have definitely helped me out with the pitching the past 2 years. And I think we have a good freshman class right now in pitching staff, and I think Rashid and Singh and TJ and a couple other seniors, they've really helped them find their comfortability in the staff.
And one of the most important parts of a pitching staff is the catcher. How has Zach sort of helped you guys call your games this year and sort of, make you guys the best you can be?
I have full confidence in Zach every pitch he throws down. He calls one of the best games I've ever had as a catcher or pitcher, having a catcher call a game for me. And, I just have confidence in what he calls, and I know his pitches that he calls are going to be good ones.
Zach, you've called a lot of great games this year, and as a catcher, you're sort of, like Coach said, thrust into that leadership role as a junior. How do you sort of accept that, knowing that guys are looking to you, not only pitchers, but all the fielders when you got to get them aligned and stuff?
Well, the first thing I try to do is lead by example. And for me, that just comes with, I try to play as hard as I can. As a catcher, you're kind of thrust into a leadership role because you're the only one who's facing the field. You're facing the rest of your fielders, so you got to direct traffic and let guys know where they need to be because you see the play better than anybody. So for me, I just try to work hard and be vocal and just help guys succeed because baseball is a game where if you get a team that gets hot, they can make a push and they can go all the way. So hopefully that'll be us this year.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are that hot team making that push at the end of the year. Best of luck for making a push to the CCIW tournament. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
There's still more to come on the Cardinal Report when we'll welcome in North Cenrtal College Sports Information Director Clark Tuscher and break down other Cardinal sports in action. Don't go away.